Hey people, Mindred here, PV3, SDL Province, Blue Team. Hellion is an Eversor assassin, a risk-reward melee brawler that explodes on death. Alongside, some Chaos fellas, Gaius Baltar with a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee, the Thousand Suns elite scheme here. Rounding off this team, Unchainedboar is a plague champion, starts off with the damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support, can also repair. Red, we got some Space Marines. Sealos is a Techmarine, starts off with a bolt gun, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair. And rounding us off, a couple of Force Commanders, Raver and Dolphin. We got Blood Angels here, and the Dark Angels DLC here. These guys are offensive heroes, fighting in melee, can also tank, disrupt and support. Looks like Raver does grab that contested power point. Chaos Lord now goes straight after him, should be tying up the Marines probably. But they've got a good amount of damage on him already, maybe just wants to force him off quickly. Here's some Heretics coming in, there's some Corn Worship. Chaos Lord did take a decent chunk of damage. They could get the Force Commander out here quickly though, and then clean up the rest. Looks like that's what they're going to do. Maybe even get this Force Commander down actually. Down to 14 VPs. I think they're far enough away now. Everything else flees though, as the Chaos Lord just runs at them with Corn Worship. West side, contested victory point is uncapped. East side, kicking off a little bit. Got some Kraken bolts popped on those Tactical Marines. These Word Bearers, Chaos Space Marines, getting into some heavy cover, but here comes that Force Commander. Doesn't matter if you're in cover if there's a chainsword involved. Heretics moving up. Should have Doom blasted the Force Commander, I think, because he's just going to chase him down. Oh, they've turned to engage him. No, they've turned to run past him. Oh, we've got double CSM now. Shotgun scouts in play as well. They should be able to shoot down those shotgun scouts pretty quickly if they shoot everything at them, but they are focused down the Force Commander now, which is understandable because he causes huge problems with this melee that he does. CSM dropping a model though. Maybe dropping two. Yes, dropping two. He blew up one of those objects over there. They're quite difficult to take down. Force Commander gets away again somehow. Surely if the plague... I don't know if the Plague Champion was shooting him or not. I would think the damage over time would have got it done. Just saw a light grenade throw there that was actually quite well dodged by Dolphin. Double Tactical Marines now, that's double Kraken bolts, and look at the damage on the Chaos Space Marines. 20% more versus heavy infantry, which is what these Chaos Space Marines are. They do manage to get into some cover. Plague Champion should probably be tying those guys up because they're doing a lot of damage. Yeah, here he comes. Oh, he's got a Plague Sword. More than tying them up. Massive threat to them now with a power melee Plague Sword that ignores melee resistance. In the mid though, Chaos Lord's fallen over. Got some aspiring champion Heretics. We have scouts with shotguns, battle cries going off. Gets these special attacks while it's active, and you see those yellow circles. That's an inspiration every time he performs one. And as you can see, if you get in the mire of melee with it, you could do like 4, maybe even 5 attacks and have it all stack up. It's a 10% buff each time. Obviously they have a duration, so they might not perfectly stack up 5 to 6 times, but they'll stack up 3 definitely. Force Commander flees, and again it's a pretty close escape, maybe 8 hit points, 6 hit points. Shotgun blast comes in. I think it would have been okay regardless. I think Chaos Space Marines drop a model. They did get a decap on the VP. Chaos Lord still down. Maybe the Eversor can come and revive, or that Plague Champion can make his way over. He's getting a turret up on this eastern flank. Contested power here, quite a wide firing arc compared to the Tech Marines turret. Interceptors up for Hellion. Oh, speaking of turrets, Tarantula turret here from the Tech Marine. Interceptors able to teleport onto it. They can't fire on the things that are in melee range, so they can just smack it down. But here's on the repairs. Some scouts trying to repair it. The Tech Marine can also repair. Looks like the Tech Marine is the one repairing. And those shotguns causing huge problems again. Teleports in, but they run in front of the turret, so they need to chase them into that. Psychon popped on the Eversor. That was a powerful sweep from Bionics, and the Interceptors wipe. Hellion ran into a trap. I think he should have stayed on the turret with the Eversor and stuff. Maybe. Are you going to see a grenade here? Oh, they don't have the energy for it. Stormtroopers run. Eversor now in on the scout, trying to take one out. Can't quite manage it. And yeah, those are rough losses for Hellion. Does have the Executioner pistol. Here's an assist from Gaius Baltar with Noise Marines. That Sonic Blaster would make short work of that turret, but Assault Squad in and support from Raver. And that turret has been fully repaired now. Well played, the red team. Grenade Launcher Barrage. Heretics with the Sparring Champion as well. I don't think they can stand against this. There's a lot of Marines. You need to back off, fellas. Heretics are going to drop models so fast. Lots of bolt gun fire and shotguns. There's like 3 shotgun scouts here. Yeah, they need to regroup. Hellion just needs to play defensive now. Try to hold the power. Looks like they're going after the contested power. That's a mistake, I think. Red team should be going all in on this power right here. Interceptors, a new interceptor squad for Hellion. Teleporting in. And that was a psychic burst to slow that stuff down. I never noticed that was an area of effects slow before, and now in the last 3 or 4 casts I've seen it a dozen times. Eversor gets in, takes so much damage though. Holy crap. Double tack shotguns and that Techmarine all shooting at him. There's tier 2 for Hellion. Unchainedboar down to double CSM. I'm not sure if they got another unit up. What about their turret? The turret is also down. They perhaps went around the other way. We got double Eternal War CSM and a melee plague champion with fetid armor. Just popped the Unholy Stench. And there's the Light Grenade. It's a good throw. Nicely hit. And those tacks are standing in it. But here comes a Force Commander with a Power Sword and Artificer, and a double CSM don't really have an answer for that. CSM barely get away. That Light Grenade throw did a lot of damage. Did it kill a lot of models though? Only 2 maybe. A lot of damage though. Imagine if they followed it up with a Grenade Launcher Barrage or something. Looks like they did defend their power here. I think that was a missed opportunity from the red team. Should have gone hard on that power. They would have bashed it so fast, even with bolt guns and shotguns. They had so many of them. But I think they, I don't think they touched it. Unless this has just got rebuilt very quickly while I was over on the east side. Maybe. Tier 2s all around, aside from Raver, who did get the 45 power Assault Marines up. 371, 470. Chaos Lord still down. He's not going to be happy, is he? Did get a bit of XP. How are we looking on the others? Bit of XP for the Eversor. Plague Champions halfway through level 1. Level 2 for the Techmarine with Bionics and the Axe queued up for tier 2. Level 2 for Raver's Force Commander. Level 2 for Dolphin's Force Commander. Sacred Standard queued up for tier 2. So he's got this support damage buff build going on with the Power Sword, increasing Battle Cry, and that Sacred Standard coming. Energy Burst on the Assault Marines, I think, there. Interceptors in on the Scouts, doing some good work. Now they can smack the Assault Marines on their retreat. Can they get a model? Not quite. Now going in on this blob of Marines, but having to immediately leave. Here's their Noise Marines with Sonic Blaster doing work. That will disable ranged weaponry. As you can see, that guy could not shoot there. Decent Light Grenade throw. It is going to spread if it gets close to other things. Looks like it didn't get close enough. And there's the Unholy Stench. Here comes a drop pod. Crunked on the heads of those Chaos Space Marines. Drop pod delivering some more tacks for Raver. I guess they lost some tacks, eh? Did they have double tacks or double... Oh, maybe they had double scouts. Can't remember now. They lost a unit, for sure. I mean, there's a bunch of dead scouts over here. Maybe it was double scouts that they had. I don't think I see enough dead Dark Angel Tactical Marines for a full squad to be down, but you never know. I could just be misremembering things. Sometimes it happens. Force Commander's level 3. Sacred Standard is up. Light Grenade doing work, but it's going to go down in retreat. Those scouts are very close to going down though too. And they wiped them. 301 to 470. Melee Techmarine is up. Axe of the Mechanicum. More health on that too. The Bionics. More melee damage, more health regen, more health, and powerful sweep, and refractor field, unique amongst shields, in that it debuffs the accuracy of stuff that's shooting him, which is quite fun. Doesn't get the weapon knockback immunity though, as a trade-off. Interceptors, they don't have their Justicar yet, which gives them the awesome Furious Intervention teleport, but I mean, they distracted him for a second, so they couldn't get on the power, I suppose. Strike Squad have their Justicar, looks like. We've got Plague Marines up for Gaius Baltar. Seems to like to use Noise Marines and go into Plague Marines, Gaius Baltar. It's a pretty solid strategy in most 3v3s, I think. Assault Squad with their Sergeant. Chaos Lord goes to revive the Plague Champion. Assault Squad Sergeant has a Power Sword and gives them the Merciless Strike. What's this? It's a Power Fist is what it is. Raver's got a Power Fist, Artificer and Teleporter back. So they are a menace. For sure. Eversor's going to get killed. Explodes on death, as you can see. Chaos Lord trying to tie up some Marines. And now we have a Grey Knight Dreadnought for Hellion. Puts on melee stance just to smack some stuff. What is this red debuff here? Oh, that might have just been the Plague Marines. Yeah, they give you like a speed debuff if they get close to you. Eversor gets revived. Chaos Lord gets level 2. Not bad. Strat Squad taking the west side, 244, 470. Plasma Cannon in play though. It's charging up. Can it hit? A little bit. Didn't do much damage, was right on the edge of those guys. Grey Knight Dreadnought trying to get into retreat path. Need to respond to this now. Well, if they got, well, they've got Stern Guard. That can use Vengeance rounds. In fact, they already loaded in with the Vengeance rounds. Could get Melter Bombs and, yeah, Melter Bomb on the way for these guys. Could get Missile Launchers. I see a bunch of Plasma Guns at the moment, and I see a Chaos Dreadnought. Is that Double Mark of Zinch? It is Double Mark of Zinch CSM. They will tear through those Marines. Look at that. With those Inferno Bolters. They will out DPS the Plasma Gun attacks, even though the Plasma Gun attacks are no slouch against heavy infantry either. It might depend on level though. Plague Champion goes down. Level 3 though. Should get revived over there, and we have a Lightning Claw Chaos Lord. 100 DPS power melee. Got Mark of Zinc CSM for Gaius Baltar as well. Do the Mark of Corn CSM need some help? You see them so rarely, I feel like. Maybe a little bit of a buff for the aspiring champion, perhaps. I mean, they buffed the Mark of Zinch guy, gave him a nice plasma gun. Did they buff the Mark of Corn, the aspiring champion as well? I just can't remember it. I don't know what they could do, other than just more health or more DPS or something. Chaos Lord level 2 now with Armor of the Inferno, 235, 470. Decent VP lead for the Space Marine team. Blue team are taking a 2-1 cap though. Look at this. Got a Plasma Cannon Dreadnought. Seems to be way more popular than the other variants. I mean, can you blame it? Got a Plasma Cannon and a twin-linked Heavy Bolter. It's pretty awesome. And yes, it can fire both at the same time. What's the response? Stern Guard Veterans, basically, is the only response from Sealos so far. They're in Tier 3, though, so we could be looking at a tank soon. Blast Master. Where are they? Oh. Getting shots in. Since it's an indirect fire weapon, you can actually go over obstacles and stuff. It may not be obvious that you can. Purifier's up here for Hellion. Kicking off on the east side, though. That's a big fight brewing. Big fight brewing. Now you see here, Unchained is too far up. They are too far up. And they might get punished for it. Plague Champion tries to get the throw, does get the throw, goes down, gets a decent hit. Gaius Baltar is kind of around in the mid. There's a Melter Bomb and now a Power Fist onto the Chaos Dreadnought. There's Flesh over Steel. Las Cannon comes in and it's buffed by Battle Cry and a Sacred Standard as well. Yeah, Dreadnought is down. It was way too far up there, Unchained. Should have read the fight a bit better. Should have recognized that was 2 players against him. And even if there wasn't, It's too far up to take your Dreadnought. You can't warp it out or something, or have huge amounts of support for it. It's too far. Force Commander's going to go down, I think. Yep, Chaos Lord got him, but the Sacred Standard now gives a 40% damage buff now that he's down. And Chaos Lord falls over. Did they revive? Oh, they revived the Plague Champion before they went down. Gaius Baltar, west side, kicking off. Energy Burst on the Techmarine for him because it messes his shield up. Oh, he switched to Orbs of the Omnissiah and does indeed have a tank. Going for a las cannon. Oh, they lost their tax though. Didn't Sealos have tax as well? With a plasma gun? I think they did. They went down. Lots of dead Marines on that side. Purifiers, level 2. Nope, that's a strike squad. I can't select the Purifiers for some reason. There we go. They are indeed level 1. Power weapons, and that Justicar has a heavy melee Nemesis Demon Hammer. And I mean, look at the size of it. It's an insane hammer. Nice grenade. Really nice grenade. Eversor doesn't really have anything in the way of support. He's all about just tearing people apart. Where is he actually? Oh, he's back at base. Got some Purgation fellas up. Staying in tier 2 for now, Hellion. Nothing wrong with that. Typically, you can do really well staying in tier 2 if you, you know, get smart units up. Plague Marines on the Cat. West side has turned red though. There's Energy Burst on the Force Commander. And they must all run. Can they bash this power? Don't turn around, fellas. Oh, maybe Hellion wants to get back to the west side, I guess. These guys can bash though. Assault Squad jumping in. Oh, we got Vanguard veterans actually. Raver with Stern Guard and Vanguard. This brings the first company out. Plague Marines exploding on death, doing some damage on knockback. And that slowdown here really is quite useful. Another Blight Grenade throw did infect himself, which seems like it shouldn't happen. It's the Plague Champion. Should be immune to his own grenades, I think. Land Raider Redeemer time for Dolphin. Gaius Baltar with a Chaos Predator. Perhaps we'll see Marco Zinch now that they've seen this Land Raider up. And more Plague Marines on the way. Nope, cancelled. Unchainedboar down to just 2 units now. But they're in tier 3. And they could throw Terminators out. Basically now. What is this? It's Assault Terminators from Raver. Deathwing with Thunderhammers and Storm Shields unique to the Force Commander. And there'll be a hell of a fight for anything. Some friendly fire from the Grey Knight Dreadnought, which is taking las cannon shots. It is being repaired by Stormtroopers, at least they're trying to. Conversion Beamer. Anti-vehicle weapon. Can't get... Oh, it does get another shot. How did it manage that? Did the Strike Squad get away? They did. Purifiers will actually do reasonably well against the... Well, they should do really well against these Terminators without claws. Especially as they level. They're still level 1, the Purifiers. But all that power weapon damage, power melee damage. They're getting shot at by Stern Guard and Plasma attacks here, though. Purifiers need to be very careful. Interceptors teleport in and then run away for some reason. Can't knock... Maybe they tried to knock them down, but they can't knock down the Terminators. Hellion could get the Eviscerator axe and stuff to help out with those melee fights, because it would debuff the Terminators when they're in it. Could also just get the Neuro Gauntlet or something and go straight up DPS time. But I like the axe. I like that Eviscerator axe. If he can throw the kill zone out and fight inside of it, he turns into an absolute beast. And those Terminators couldn't move out of it very quickly. And if they're moving, they're not fighting, so I think it's worthwhile. It'll also help if the Force Commanders and the Vanguard veterans join those melee fights. But you know what? The Executioner Pistol Neurotoxin is actually pretty good against Terminators as well, if you have something to throw damage in, which they do have on their allies, those Marco Zinch CSM. Got some Terminators for Unchainedboar now. Yeah, Hellion is having a little bit of an issue with his approach play here. Because if they run in, if they teleport in, there's Vanguard Veterans and the Force Command right there. Here is the Psychic Field. Well, there was the Psychic Field, disabling, silencing enemies basically so they can't do stuff. Force Commander gets a revive. I don't know why those guys retreated. Oh, because they want to get back to the VP, to the Defender, I think. Got some power bashing here. Lightning Claw, Chaos Terminators for Unchainedboar. Librarian on the way for Raver to support the Terminators. I think if you get, especially Assault Terminators up, your next purchase has to be a Librarian, surely. Or already have a Librarian up, because Gate of Infinity is so good for those guys. Land Raider Redeemer has taken a beating for sure. Last Master gets a shot. Plague Marines getting shot. Gaius Baltar has some heretics here. Another Land Raider on the way from Sealos. Big fight brewing. That Land Raider taking a pummeling. Are they going to get it? There's the jump. It stops the Plague Marine missile, but it does still go down. You got to say it's sloppy. Maybe they thought help would come a bit sooner, but they kind of just drove that Land Raider into trouble there. We have another Plague Marine turret up. They just call them Heavy Bolter turret, I believe. And you can upgrade it into a Las Cannon turret. And that Las Cannon turret is insanely good. And it's a free upgrade. This means that it's barely going to do anything to infantry. Assault Terminators drop a model there. Lake Champion. He's level 6. He's gone down a few times, but this guy's level 6, so he's doing some work for you. Is that Mark Target? I think that was Mark Target from the Techmarine. And then he died. Tank on tank action. Mark of Corn's got the health advantage. There's Blessing of the Omnissiah for the map-wide repair. Can it chase it? It's going to be an awkward chase. I don't think it can. There's some tank traps over there. 150 to 402. Red team do have their natural back, but they've conceded the west side for now. Lightning Claw Terminators are really far forward. These guys can't retreat, remember. They can teleport, and typically you'd save their teleport to escape rather than use it offensively, but sometimes it's used offensively. Hellion has a lot of resources, actually. They got a full power bash and a decap, doing well on this side. Land Raider's not going to like the conversion beamer either. These Land Raiders are pretty powerful in a team game, though. Can retreat back to them, reinforce off them, and they'll heal you. That Predator took a big shot from the beamer. More Noise Marines for Gaius Baltar. I guess they lost the ones they had and they want more of them. They want another one of those big old Blastmasters. That's it. Forgot the name of that thing for a second. Vanguard Veterans in there. Can they get to a model? These are guys level 3 for Unchainedboar. Other fellas are also level 3. Vanguard Veterans can get a Power Fist, but in this state they're not a massive threat to that tank. Here's a Nurgle Shrine, just plonked in the center of the map basically. You can worship it. There we go. Maybe? What are they up to? See, it heals you periodically, but if you worship it, you can reinforce off it. I guess there's nothing here to reinforce right now. Also suppresses infantry that gets close, which is handy. 150 to 357. Enemy infantry, that is, of course. Repairs for the tank. Level 2 for Sealos. Plasma cannon devs on the way. We've got another Purgation squad for Hellion. And they have a Vindicare Assassin. So they got some anti-vehicle now, because that could be another conversion beamer coming out. And the Vindicare can use turbo penetrator rounds. He just got his extended operations in for more health and stuff. I think that's what it's called. They've also got the heavy melee of the Purifier fella. They're almost level 3, those guys as well. So yeah, lots of anti-vehicle here potentially. Could also get, yep, he's got the Melter one. We can get a Melter Bomb, that guy. Sin-Skin Body Glove is in, making the Psychon a bit better. Which is not something I'd expect them to get with a pistol and stuff. But I guess it buffs the pistol as well, eh? Yeah, the shrine is not going to survive there. Down it goes. Should be on the west side, because you can worship, I believe, unless they change this, you can worship allied shrines with your heretics. Librarian is indeed up for Raver. Don't have Gate of Infinity yet though. Lightning Claw Assault Terminator it is now for Raver. Powerful anti-infantry weapon. Oh, and Unchainedboar lost their Terminators somewhere. I didn't even realise. I told you, they were far up, damn it. Force Commander tried to get through the gap in the wall, but goes down. Chaos Lord having a rough time against those Assault Terminators and the Vanguard veterans. Now here is the pile of melee from Hellion. Psychon popped. Doesn't have his own power weapon though. Oh, there's Gate of Infinity. And that's a good thing he had it, because those Terminators were in huge trouble there. Can I see the bodies of the Chaos Terminators anywhere? No. I don't see them. Unless I'm blind. Maybe they don't stay. I don't think all of the corpses stay for one reason or another. But yeah, I don't see them. I wonder how they died. I guess that massive blob of Marines is how they died. Kicking off on the west side now. Hellion doing a good job, pressuring a bit and falling back. Manages to facilitate the cap here. Mark of Khorne Pred still up. Anything else on the cards? Dolphin is floating. Do they want another Land Raider? They have huge amount. They're capped on red actually as well. They should be using. You should never be capped on red when you're a force commander. You should be using for the Emperor liberally if you have that much red. So you got to put that down as a misplay. As force commanders for the Emperor's like you could use that every fight if you've got this much red doing nothing. Interceptors getting in there. Eversor Assassin as well, now level 4. Psychon is popped, and Psychon will not buff the damage of something like the Melter Bombs. It's only his weapons, I believe. Orbital Bombardment from... was it Dolphin? I mean, they've lost... oh, that Dolphin's got their own Terminators. That's what they spent their red on. So I don't know, maybe that was Raver. It was a decent Orbital. I don't know why those fellas didn't retreat sooner. And we do indeed have double conversion beamers, which is why that Land Raider is staying the hell back. Eversor in amongst some scouts now. Doesn't seem to be using the pistol in ranged stance very much. I guess you don't. It's not required to happen. Nice pistol to have as well when you're chasing stuff around, you know. Kills a couple of Devastators with it. Red team now flooding the west side though. Assault Terminator is chasing down some Mark of Tzeentch CSM. Level 4 Mark of Tzeentch CSM for Gaius Baltar. Lots of red for Hellion and Gaius Baltar as well, so we can see some more nukes. Dolphin obviously still has a bunch. Force Commander level 10. Holy crap, we're doing so much damage with this Power Fist now. Down goes that tank. There's Imperial Abyss from Gaius Baltar, all kicking off on his side. Some stuff being dragged into it. We have a Whirlwind up for Sealos. Dazzler Cannon gets a good shot. But look at the damage that Land Raider's taking. 2 conversion beamers and Vindicare with turbo penetrator rounds getting shots in. It's not going to survive much longer. And Psychic Field was there. Does Psychic Field even silence vehicles? They had the icon on them. That's cool. And those guys got torn apart, those Devastators there. Chaos Lord versus the Force Commander. Level 6 Chaos Lord. More Assault Terminators. These are Dolphins with their Thunderhammer Steel. Down goes that Chaos Bread. Here's another one though. Frantic stuff. 134 to 219. Nothing pressuring the natural victory points at the moment. What are these guys doing? Oh, are they being thrown away for population? I think they were, you know. Those guys are level 4 as well. Level 4 Strike Squad thrown away to get Terminators up. I mean, it is Grey Knight Terminators. 2-to-1 cap. Blue team on the rise because Sealos only has a tank left. CLOS? I don't know, I say Sealos. It's much easier to say. Still using turbo penetrate rounds this Vindicator. Should be switching to Exodus against all this infantry. Maybe they have their eyes on that tank still. They don't want to switch. Gate of Infinity to get those Terminators out of trouble. Nicely done by Raver there. On those allied Terminators, they weren't his own Terminators. Eversor revives the Plague Champion, which is vast amounts of heresy. It's level 5 though. Just kind of quietly... He's been like a quiet Eversor assassin, hasn't he? Haven't seen huge amounts of scary melee out of him. But he's got in there, tied things up, smacked it around, and he's got some levels. And here we have a Venerable Dreadnought dropped in by Sealos now. Awesome. This guy unique to the Techmarine. There's the Psychic Field again. Actually a nice tool against Terminators because they can't teleport when it's active. At least they shouldn't be able to. Venerable on the march. Oh, Vindicator takes the garrison. Might just get burned out of it by the Venerable. It does have a wrist-mounted flamer. Wolf's Commander's trying to just power fist the garrison down. Yes, there's that flamer. Grey Knight Terminators teleporting in. This is not a good fight for them, and they can't fight Lightning Claw Terminators. They just don't have the DPS. Already dropped a model. Yeah, they can't fight Lightning Claw Terminators. I mean, what can? Venerable Dreadnought there as well. VP says Gaius Baltar 93 to 191. The red team turned it around. There's a Psychic Field again. Do they have the DPS to threaten these Terminators now? For the Emperor up on the Terminators, 25% damage bonus. And there's Gate of Infinity. Didn't get them that far away, but they actually didn't drop a model there. Through the mid, it's the Unchainedboar with more Chaos Terminators and a tank. And it's Lightning Claw time all round, I guess. Also have a Force Commander Terminator for Dolphin. 73, 191. Plague Champion helping out now with Plague Fist. Is level 10, this guy. I think it's 36% melee damage bonus when you are a level 10 hero. So it really does make a massive difference if you can get level 10. Lightning Claw Terminator is going all the way into base. Is this a good idea, lads? You don't have a librarian to help you out. They really want to kill those assault. This is a bad play. This is a bad play. What is this now? Dreadnought goes down. Conversion Beamer getting it done. Chaos Lord level 6. Chaos Terminators trying to get away. Force Commander Terminators chasing them down with a Power Fist and a Storm Bolter. And they've got no help. They're not going to get away. Yeah, down they go. Got a sync kill. That was cool. That was a kind of a short-sighted play there from Unchainedboar, let's say. Rush of blood to the head. I mean, he's a chaos fella. It's all about the violence. I can respect that. Sealos down to a tank. So blue team do have the army advantage, I think. Red team with those double assault Terminators, though. Here comes the Plague Fist. That first hit didn't seem to do anything. He runs around to get rear armor hits. There we go. A lot of tanks. It's a lot of tanks. 63 to 166. West side turning blue. Maybe. It's the Eversor. Trying to get it done. Gets it done. Where's the neurotoxin? Slow down those Terminators, dude. Maybe? Nope, just hit them. There's Psychon. Purifiers trying to do their best. Here come Grey Knight Terminators. Now, just need to throw everything onto these Terminator assault fellas. Okay, they got gated out. A flanking tank now. Conversion Beamer turns around. Gets one big shot. Don't think he can get another. The Blast Master didn't turn around. What is this now? That Force Commander Terminator just kept on going. And is now taking their VP. And Lightning Claw Terminators are basically in base. But they have Librarian support. Well, maybe, if Raver's paying attention. Can they get away? I mean, we did just see him use Gate of Infinity not that long ago. I'm not sure what the cooldown is on it. These guys are going to be chased down and taken out unless that Librarian can save them. And they were not saved. Both players kind of throwing away Lightning Claw Terminators there. Did it even facilitate the cap? Did they get the cap? OMG, says Dolphin. 53 to 151. More melee brawls, more assault terminators. These guys with their hammers for now. Another Land Raider Redeemer for Sealos. Just hit the field. Vortimer Razorback for Hellion. Librarian trying to cap. Got torn apart by their Grey Knight Terminators, but they are very low. Have their Liber Demonica, and down they go there. Oh, he just used Neurotoxin trying to save them. Orbital. That's a good hit over there. But they made a mistake of putting them all in the same place. I mean, it does do the lift damage. But it's all about the blast damage, you know? If you spread them out, you can blast them into other blasts. If they are retreating on the lift, I don't think it's worth putting the beams together. What is this? It's shotgun scouts. So we got double assault terminators from Raver, supported by a Land Raider. That Eversor just keeps on going though, doesn't he? There's an orbital from Hellion. Lifts the terminators and those guys cannot retreat. So they're going to take the full damage from the lift beam and then the blast. I mean, they're not completely in it though. Still a decent chunk of damage. WTF, says Raver. Move the Land Raider man. Yeah, that Land Raider's taking unanswered shots from a conversion beamer for a long time there. 53, 139. Another Predator tank for Dolphin this time. Down goes that Terminator Force Commander. Hey, we've got some Chosen Plague Marines up. Unique to the Plague Champion. These guys are just cool. Passively damage nearby enemies. Damage over time, power melee, and they have a Nurgle Zarot thing to create some Nurgly zombies for you. Which is fun. Still got Blight Grenades, eh? 53, 126. Where's that Vortimer? There it is. Fast attack vehicle with good damage to all targets. Trying to help out against those Terminators. We're just cleaving through CSM. The CSM wiped. Red team take back the west side. 52, 126 now. Blastmaster getting some good shots, you know. Eversor, come on Eversor, surely you need to get your axe up. You need to get your axe. You're fighting two assault terminators here. That Eviscerator axe could do so much work. Level 7 though. I mean, he's doing well. Where's the Chaos Lord? Might be tricky to revive from there, buddy. Terminator Force Commander smacking through these CSM fellas. Plasma attacks level 4. Chosen Plague Marines on capping duty now. They are tough. Some Plague Marines helping out as well. Maybe it should be the other way around. Maybe those guys should be capping because they can shoot and cap. You can't melee and cap at the same time. They got it though. There's a triple for blue. There's Nurgle's Rot. So if they kill something while Nurgle's Rot is active, you get a zombie version of it, which is fun. But they were unable to do so. Had to retreat. That a melter gun Techmarine? It is, level 6, almost level 7. Got Signum, Refractor, and Sealos has kind of recovered here with the Land Raider and double Plasma Cannon devs. Not bad, is it? What level is Purifiers now? Level 4, I should bloody think so. 28, 61 hit points. Eversor still refuses to change his war gear. I mean, they're getting units, I suppose. There's that Psychic Field. There's an Imperial Abyss from Gaius Baltar. Some friendly fire on the Purifiers, but they do get away. And it wiped the Terminators, you know. Wiped one of Raver's Terminators. They can't retreat out of that stuff. Good nuke. You got to say that's a really good nuke if it wipes Terminators. I mean, I don't know how they were already damaged. Quite damaged, I think. Those guys threw a Psych Out Grenade. Couldn't get it to land, though. Stone God Veterans run away. They're all running back to the Land Raider there. Which can make it nuke bait. But they don't have vision on it, I don't think. What's this through the mid? It is the Unchainedboar with a level 10. He's been level 10 for ages, I think, as well. So has Raver. Another Vortimer Razorback. Level 8 Eversor. Really want to see that Eviscerator Axe or something, or the Neuro Gauntlet or something. He'd be doing so much damage at level 8 with those things. 39.57. Gets the decap. Needs to pop the Pestilent Strike. Oh, he got knocked back. Now he's just kind of helping the Force Commander with huge amounts of damage resist because of the Pestilent Strike. Used it a little bit late. I guess he still would have got knocked back regardless because he doesn't have Armor of Pestilence up. Chosen Plague Marines chasing some attacks, killing attack. Getting zombie scouts going. Plague Marines trying to get the cap, but they're taking big chunks from the las cannon Pred. Chosen Plague Marines run off. That shot missed though. Marco Zinchkai can't do a huge amount to the tanks. Plague Marines gonna die. They are died. Misplay again from Unchainedboar. They've been a little bit sloppy a few times, but they get the cap. There's a double. 39-21. Orbital on the west side from Hellion again, I guess. I think. VP's turning red, but it's a double for blue. I think they've got it. I think they've bloody got it. Look at that. Well done, fellas. Eversor Assassin was level 8. Did not grant my wish and get a fancy axe, but he did well. Did really well. Gaius Baltar's level 6 Chaos Lord, and considering this guy was down for like the entirety of tier 1, it felt like, to get level 6 is not bad at all. Level 10 Plague Champion. Made some mistakes, Unchainedboar, but a Plague Champion really did some work. Level 7 Techmarine. I think he recovered reasonably well at the end there, Silos. And we had level 10 Force Commander for Raver with Power Fist and all that good stuff. And the Force Commander Terminator, of course, is too fancy for mere levels. There you have it, guys. It was a fun one. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.